Thank everybody for coming out tonight. Our school superintendent's here again. Appreciate her being here. I want to thank everybody for their votes yesterday. Congratulate everybody else, Mr. Griffith and our newest, Dr. Goings, our newest board member coming up. And appreciate after spending all day yesterday standing out in the cold and the rain, it's caught up with me from the sinuses and stuff. But it's a long day, but it ended up being good.
Thank you, sir. Yes, it was. Mr. Neisman.
Ditto to what he said. All the congratulations to the winners, and have to congratulate Miss Adcock nicely on her recent wedding. So, thank y'all for coming out.
I should have mentioned it to you and Griff before the meeting tonight, because you're our two reps on the school, putting two schools together. I read an article in the paper the other day where, and I ran into a guy with the engineering company that's meeting with the city of Covington about doing upgrades to Casey Field, and the possibility of maybe getting the foundation to work on it. Why don't we look at the possibility of just astroturfing that entire facility?
They don't want it.
What?
They don't want it.
Even if an outside source would pay for it?
I was on the conversations, and they were afraid for accidents and twisted ankles, knee injuries. That was one of the big things.
But to me, that would make it the classiest place in Western Virginia. You could play in wet conditions, you could play multiple sports on it, you could host regional state events. It would be good for the baseball team. That, to me, we would have something in it nobody else has. And I'll be honest, the foundation is what I'm talking about. I knew one of the founders when they first set it up, and we were on a board together, and I asked him what was his goal, and he said, we want to do things in Alleghany Highlands that are above and beyond. But anything we do, we want it to be the best. That's why we have an animal shelter that's as good as some hospitals in Western Virginia. We got the Y. Anything they touch, they do right. But to me, that would be the icing on the cake for the kids and the whole community. And it would be good for the city of Covington. The economic impact of having a facility that could be used year-round for multiple events. I think the kids would really make them feel pretty good that they're. I don't know where the closest AstroTurf facility is. I think one in Salem, is it?
They went to, I think, they went to a turf, didn't they?
Yeah, they've got one in front of the high school for soccer, they've got the one in their stadium, and then one college.
I would do it, and you could do it. I asked somebody,
One of the big things, the reason they were hesitant about it was that football field is on where Kim's cannery was.
yeah.
And it never was pressurized. All the voids are not filled in, and it's constantly sinking. And then you'd have to take the turf up every time to repair it and pump sand back underneath it to put the soil up, stabilize it. It's unstable soil. Put a turf down, you have to have stable surface.
That's what they make concrete for. I said, that's what they make concrete for. You can make it stable and then jack under the
So that
concrete
was,
if you have
the
it.
conversation, the turf came up.
I know the biggest question was initially improving the field house, the locker rooms, because they're so archaic and they've been there since they built it, and you're going to have more kids or more students, hopefully, on more teams. You'll need a larger facility to hold that, and then everything around it would be the gilding the lily. Once that was done, then there was a phase 2 and phase 3. But I'd love to see, and I'm sure Mr. Dressler would, a top-notch facility like you're talking about.
Well, here's where they were. See, Title IX is what we're trying to get to. And that came out after the agreement. And that's the restrooms and locker rooms and everything to meet code. So So we can't use COVA money to do the engineering work, so the foundation did approve the money or in the process of approving the money, if my understanding is correct, to do all the engineering work. If you've talked to an engineer, undoubtedly they will
One of the ones
approve
that,
it.
one of the ones that was there, yeah.
Yeah, they've been a partner early on, so
Yeah.
hopefully they'll stay,
I don't know, I just thought it would be the icing on the cake. I mean, the
Yeah,
kids, you'd have something to be really proud of if your students all played on.
They're in the process of
Professional.
drilling it and finding out what they'd have to do, what that cost would be. But pouring concrete on it they were afraid there'd be too many injuries.
And the other was improvements to Jackson River complex down there too. There'll have to be another field house,
Yeah.
locker rooms, and they'll have to be Title IX compliant, ADA compliant. That's part of it also.
We're gonna do the restrooms first. Everything else is amenity.
Restroom, locker room, shower facility, there's standards you've got to follow. And then, improve from there.
I understand the part about the restrooms and the locker rooms, but something that the average citizen could see would be to astroturf that entire facility.
I'd love to at least see an infield, I think, I'd love to see it improved from where.
I do the whole thing. You can play multiple sports on it with the striping they make now, and you could do the portable bleachers. But the school division that we're in, nobody else got this.
Hopefully we can play our state championship.
I wouldn't walk away from it yet. I'd see if they do the borings
Who's gonna pay for it?
foundation.
They ain't paying for that much.
We've got,
They've said all along, we need to cooperate, put the schools, we did our part, let them do their
yeah,
part.
they're involved.
They're involved.
so-
They put a big chunk out there for the engineering.
I just need a
They
bigger
ain't gonna
chunk.
put out no $2 million for astroturf.
Why not? What else they gonna do with their money?
It's a heck of an investment, but
Yeah.
I'd love to see it. We're just laying the groundwork for the initial phase one, and then I
Let's
think
talk about that after we get the restroom. We got to get the restroom.
All right. Well, anyway,
it's on the agenda, I hope.
all I can tell you is I've never done anything right in my life and got through with it and wished I'd have done it halfway. Astor.
Do it right the first time.
Anyway, that's all.
Ms. Cox.
Just like to thank everyone for coming out and for everyone that was reelected. Congratulations, and then everyone coming on, congratulations. I hope they're thrilled about it this time next year, as maybe they were yesterday with it. But this is one thing we can say, it's a wonderful board, I believe. And if we all agreed all the time, I think we would have a problem. So it's always good that we do have some disagreements, but we do it in a professional way. And so that's always a good thing. And I just hope everyone has a safe trip home. And actually, this is November, so everyone have a wonderful Thanksgiving, because we'll be finished with Thanksgiving by the time we see one another again.
Barring any called meetings we have to go to.
Well, that's true, but the public probably won't be here.
Thank you. Mr. Griffin.
First, I'd like to thank everybody for coming out and the elections yesterday. Thank everybody for that. And the new members and old members who got reelected. And, got Thanksgiving coming up. Remember your neighbors, check on them. A lot of people out there need help, and wish everybody a good month and later.
Thank you. Like I usually say, it's all been said at this point, but I do want to congratulate everybody that was successful in last night's voting. Dr. Goings, welcome to the board. One thing that we've been lucky sitting up here is we haven't seen a lot of turnover, and I think we've done a lot of great things in the last 10 years I've been here. It's amazed me, and I think we're moving in a great direction. We're lucky that we haven't seen a lot of turnover, and we've got a bright future ahead of us. Ms. Alterman, thank you for coming this evening. We don't have a whole lot coming up other than just stay safe during the holiday season. Got a little taste of winter here lately, so everybody get your flu shot. But hopefully we'll see you December, whatever the first Tuesday, 7th,
So,
later in the holiday season. So.
I will not be here, I'm sorry. I will be in Louisiana.
But it'll definitely be warmer down there than it will be here.
I forgot. Say Merry Christmas.